ready to leave this morning and bring prayer to an end, at least for the moment. I want to encourage you to pray throughout the day, but I wanted to share something with you in my Bible reading this morning. It's found in 2 Kings. I'll just read from chapter 1 or 2 Kings chapter 6, verse 1. It says this: the company of the prophets said to Elisha, "Look, the place where we meet with you is too small for us. Let us go to the Jordan, where each of us can get a pole, and let us build a place there for us to meet." And he said, "Go." Then one of them said, "Won't you please come with your servants?" "I will," Elisha replied, and he went with them. They went to the Jordan and began to cut down trees. As one of them was cutting down a tree, the iron axe head fell into the water. "Oh no, my lord," he cried out, "it was borrowed." The man of God asked, "Where did it fall?" When he showed him the place, Elisha cut a stick and threw it in there and made the iron float. "Lift it out," he said. Then the man reached out his hand and he took it. The reason why I wanted to share that with you today is because I just want us to draw our attention to the fact that we serve a God that is without limits. And the very things that we might face, even today, we can easily be reminded of our limits. We can easily be reminded of our humanity. The enemy has an amazing way of getting into our thinker, and I think that most of us would agree that sometimes when we're facing struggles and difficulties, if left to ourselves, most of those problems are elevated, they're increased. Most of the time things in our mind, they play out to be even a lot worse than they really are. And I just want to remind you this morning of the God that you serve. And where, it might feel like we're faced with an impossible situation, we do serve a God of miracles. We don't chase signs and wonders. We don't try to manufacture things. But I'm just telling you, at the end of the day, we serve a God that is without limits. He's without boundaries, and He is a God of miracles. And He does things, on our behalf. He will move things because of our faith and our ability to believe. He will use you to be a part of just kind of stepping in that place and seeing things happen in people's lives. And so I just want to encourage you today, just think big, because once again, the God that we serve is without limits. He's without boundaries. There's absolutely nothing that He cannot do. He can do anything that we can ask, hope, think, or imagine. And it takes just a little bit of faith. And if we're going to err, if we're going to get it wrong, why don't we get it wrong on the side of just trying to believe, for greater things? And I want that to be an encouragement for you today. There are going to be people that you're going to come in contact with today. Maybe you yourself is facing, a mountainous moment in your life, and I just want to encourage you: be ready to believe, be ready to encourage, be ready to speak, and speak the promises of God over your life. I'm super excited about Sunday. We're going to be talking, about faith, what it is, a little bit about what it's not, but it's time for God's people to believe. Amen. It's time for us to believe for greater things, and I want you to be encouraged as you go today. The Lord met with us here today, just like He's met with us every single morning that we've gathered together. I think that's pretty cool. I mean, David said it like this, "Who am I that you're mindful of me?" Travis would go on to say, I really don't understand it, but I think it's pretty cool that you're mindful of me, right? And I think that's pretty amazing. But look for opportunities to be used today. They're all around you. Love people better. Love the Lord better. And don't stop your prayer right now. It's like, oh, we did it. We finished a whole hour. That's awesome. Walk in prayer. Look for opportunities just to talk with God. If you see God doing some pretty cool things, and even if the joy of the Lord just begins to come over you, there's nothing wrong with just stopping and saying, you know what, Lord, thank you for that. I really, really appreciate, this moment and this time. But I just want to encourage you, be blessed as you go, and God will use you today. Amen. If he can make iron float, he can use you. And God's good. God bless you. Oh, yes, Matthew. Thank you so much, Matthew. Everybody say thank you, Matthew. Service time tomorrow, prayer time is from 7 o'clock till 8 o'clock. 7 o'clock till 8 o'clock. Now, there will be worship that's taking place. Don't mind that. Just continue to pray and allow them to, that sounds funny. Don't mind the worship. No, what I'm saying is that like the worship is a distraction or something, What I'm saying is Matthew's going to be doing some coaching and some different things like that for the worship practice tomorrow. Just worship the Lord. All right. God bless you. Thank you.